Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and basically what X-Men said, this whole entire leak of Sony is just a gift that keeps on giving. But of course, before I continue with this and talking more about Spider-Man, one thing I'm just going to say to the hackers, I don't know where you guys are, but I would like to say, if you could have got clips of Spider-Man 3, if you could have got clips of that, if you could have got clips of Amazing Spider-Man, if you could have got clips of Amazing Spider-Man 2, I think that would have been icing on the cake, and you leaked those bad boys. Oh man, that is what I'm talking about. But instead, for some reason, you just went for the emails. I guess the emails will do. But I technically would have rather prefer you gave us all the clips they didn't release to us than this whole entire email thing. But anyways, so here's the deal that's going down. Apparently, from Latino Review, I think that's what it's called, courtesy of 7 Webheads, it turns out the Marvel Sony deal, might actually still be alive and kicked around. It looks like the not Sony executives, the Japanese branch, basically, of Sony, they are the ones that were, one, pissed off that they didn't take the deal the first time, and two, they're going to force them to actually take the deal. So it looks like, yep, they're forced to. They're forced to take the deal now. So, yeah, I mean, there's really nothing they could really do. So, alright. And because of what X-Men said, this is what the deal is going down, is that if they do take the deal, Disney will reboot it. The whole entire Spider-Man series, chances are they're going to do exactly what happened with Spider-Man the Animated Series, Spider-Man the New Animated Series, and also Spectacular Spider-Man, where Spider-Man is already Spider-Man. They don't have the origin story yet again, which that's good. So that's what's going to happen. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. The only thing I can think of that could actually make everyone happy is just the fact of my idea. The fact that they actually will just have Ben Reilly. Yeah, they have Ben Reilly or some other Spider-Man, maybe even Miles Morales within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and then they can allow them to continue to have Peter Parker. That's what they apparently want. So Avi Arad said himself he wants Peter Parker. We allow him to have Peter Parker. We allow him to continue with the little whatever they're doing. But while they're doing that, we basically will have control of all other stuff. Meaning that if we want to use Electro, we can use Electro. If we want to use Mysterio, we can use Mysterio. But yeah, this is just the crazy idea of letting both franchises continue. Yeah, because apparently there's some who's out there who wants to see Sinister Six. They want to see the female character movie. They want to see Amazing Spider-Man 3. They want to see Venom and Carnage. Venom versus Carnage. Which, I know Avi Arad wants that movie to come true. He's been wanting that for years, ever since Spider-Man 3 when he forced Venom into the movie. So, by some miracle that the Venom movie doesn't actually happen, I will still laugh. I will laugh, and I would just love to say to Avi Arad, looks like you didn't get your movie still. Looks like you should just still be a Spider-Man fan completely and not freaking Venom, because you didn't get what you wanted. So, yeah. But anyways, the deal is still active, and they're forced to take it because of their the higher ups in Japan. So yeah, that's it. And without this, anyways, what they were planning to do is, it turns out Sony might actually reboot the whole entire series, get a new director. They most likely would have tried to get Sam Raimi, which, yeah, you kind of screwed him over. I would love it if Marvel Studios actually said, Sam Raimi, we love what you did with your work. We want you to make the Spider-Man series. Yeah, new Spider-Man franchise, and Sam Raimi is in charge of it. I would love to see that. I guess one other thing they could do is maybe make Mark Webb a producer. That would be kind of cool. It's kind of like what Seven Web had said too. If they continued on and had Mark Webb to continue filming, and because their third producer slot is open, they just slide Sam Raimi into that. They just slide right in there. Yeah. And no, and if you want to, you can drop freaking Avia Red from the freaking producer slot. Because without him, we would still have Sam Raimi's franchise up and running. We would still have that. We actually might have Spider-Man 5 by now. Heck, Spider-Man 3 wouldn't be as messed up as you guys believe it is. Yeah, because, as you guys know, Spider-Man 3 was a sabotage film. If they never touched him, they never told him, hey, this is how it goes, then basically they would still have their moneymaker, and he don't even have to go to Marvel Studios and say, hey, we're in trouble. Would you like to make a deal? Yeah, so Sony is doing very, very bad. And this is the other crazy thing, is that if Sony is doing very, very bad, I'm shocked that they didn't even go to the attempt of saying, hey, you remember what we did last time? Remember that we did Spider-Man 2.1? Well, let's release Spider-Man 3.1. Let's release Amazing Spider-Man .1, which I think they might have done, but only on Blu-ray. Yeah, so why not release all those and everything? It's like, if you're in trouble, chances are you would actually go crazy and just straight up just say, screw it, we're going to release it. But anyways, this is exactly what's going on right now, is all this. So, yeah. Personally, I would say, let's see what happens. I'm sorry for people who love Andrew Garfield, but he is gonna go. Yeah, he most likely will leave the ship. But at least stay tuned, because it could be some crazy thing that he could do. They could actually have Spider-Verse happen, and guess who can return? Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire. They both can return. If they actually plan to someday do Spider-Verse, they can actually return, which would be very, very cool. So anyways, that's about it. So I'll keep you guys posted. Most likely it's going to continue on being like this. I most likely will have more news on stuff on this. So stay tuned for that. And, well, let's hope for the best, shall we? Let's hope for the best. Peace.